Alright, you lot. So, I've got a box here, and there's always a story behind the boxes, and so the story goes this time. A few weeks ago, I was just rummaging around on eBay, looking for adult toys, and this one came up. Now, hopefully, it should be a pretty good little find. As you can see from the description, there's not really a lot of description. The pictures form most of the description, but it literally just said that the pull start is stuck, so the engine might need a rebuild. We'll determine that. It has instructions. I think it says it's been in the loft or the shed for years. So here it is. It's been here for a little while now. Finally getting around having a look at it. Let's open it up and see what we've got inside, and if it'll even run. Will it run? Who knows? So let's open her up. See what's in there. Now, what's that for? Oh, this must be, it's got the radio in another little box, look. Cut it out on the top of it. That's pretty cool. Made it a bit awkward to get into, mind you, but I like that. Clever thinking. Let's open that up like that. Oops. I wonder if we can, yeah. So, it's packed very, very, very well. Now that must be the car there. Put that down there and see what else we've got in this box. So we've got an Allen key, random Allen key there. What's wrapped up in here then? Okay, we've got a charger. Now, we've got a random Allen key, and we've got a little bag with a glow starter in it. Some stickers, a battery thing, some more Allen keys, a ribbon, yeah, and some paperwork. So we'll have a look and go through that in a minute. Let's just open that up. There's nothing else inside that box. I'll put that box over there. Let's see what's inside here. This should be the transmitter. I must say, it's packed extraordinarily well. Well done to that seller. It's packed very well. Got to cut that off. Oops. There we go. One transmitter. Now this is all supposed to work, so okay, yeah. This is all supposed to work. So, although it is extra, oh, there's no aerial. Unless the aerial is, oh, the aerial's here. That's alright, the aerial's in that bag, so we're alright. Yeah, it's extremely dusty, as you'd expect. I don't know if it said in a shed or a loft. I think it said shed, didn't he? For years, so it is quite dusty. Not rattly. Oh, it is rattly, but that's alright. I will test this and see if this is going to work, along with the original receiver and everything that's going to be in the buggy. But let's see what we've got here. Look, this is exciting. This is very, 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 very exciting. Because I love these buggies. I know I'm making a pig's ear of unwrapping it. I'm just trying to find the end. Oh, there it is. No, I love these buggies. I think these are brilliant, and that's why when I see this one come up for sale, I couldn't resist it. I had a long hard think about it. I put in an offer that was declined, but then I had a counter offer. So I had a long hard think about it, and I thought, you know what, let's take a gamble. There's the wing. Yes. Oh, it smells like an old shed. It definitely smells like an old shed. It smells a lot like that. Remember that that Hyper 7 that I got from that come all the way from Ireland? That was in someone's mum's shed loft for 18 or 20 years. Oh, that's tape everywhere. It smells a bit like that. Oh man. Doesn't sound like the servos are attached. The suspension is lovely. Oh, it's a bit bouncy. No, the oil inside the suspension has gone a bit thick over the years. But this is brilliant. So, yeah, the Polestar is actually a bit jammed. We'll worry about the wing later on. We'll put that on later. Let's have a look at the exciting part, which is the engine. This is the reason. I love that shell as well. It's a fantastic shell. Now, I don't know whether you can see. You can see, can't you? Just about. There's that. It's got a fail-safe on it, which is interesting. A lot of people didn't even bother with fail-safes. Ah, that's the reason for the steering being like that, and it's not actually turning the servo properly. It's because the horn has cracked. Hopefully that's showing there. The horn itself is cracked, so it's not gripping on the splines of the servo. So that's an easy fix. Just stick a new Jim Jam on there. So yeah, we've got the tank has got a lot of dirt in it. It looks like it's got snail poo in it and some other stuff probably. Don't worry too much about that. A bit of rust on the lid. The air filter, well, the air filter's rotten. That's as simple as that. Can you see that? It's all falling apart. That air filter is no good at all. That's just crumbling in my hands. If we was to try and start that now, what would happen is it would suck in all the little particles of foam, and it wouldn't be the best thing in the world. It's a genuine Thundertiger air filter though. Very nice. All I'll do is I'll get a new foam for that, because the actual holder is in really nice condition, and I really like these air filters. They're very nice. Is the throttle itself, is that loose? Yeah, loose throttle. That's good. So the question is, will she run? But overall, this is in really nice condition. I really like this. I reckon I've made a good choice here. Yeah, this is lovely. Spider, there's cobwebs in there, the glow plug is there. Let's take the plug out and see if we can work out why the engine itself is a little bit stiff. So what we'll do, because what can happen is, you've got to remember, all engines when they're sitting, they can stick together for different reasons. This might have been in a moisturous place. There might be moisture in there. It's not going to rust because the sleeves are usually brass and the pistons are usually aluminium. I dare say there's other ones out there, but the reason for that is the brass expands quicker than the aluminium does, so that's why as it heats up it will free up a bit. And because if the piston expands quicker than the sleeve did, you'd obviously seize up, and then you don't want it to be seized up, do you? This is obviously a homemade Polestar. This is not the original right Polestar for it. Let's try and work out why. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some 3-in-1 oil down there. I could put after-on oil, I could put all sorts down there, but I'm going to put some 3-in-1, or I could stick a little bit of PB Blaster, but I think I'll use 3-in-1 oil today. We'll put that down in the old cylinder there, and that should start to soak in, hopefully. And if the piston's stuck, that'll help that. And then what we'll do, oops, because as I was going to say before I got sidetracked with my own mind, if there was nitro in there, as it sits over years, it can become a bit of a jelly. And what that does, it acts a little bit like glue, and it can stick the piston to the liner. So stick a little bit of oil in there and give it a little bit of heat, and you might find that it will free up. So it's definitely stuck. The flywheel itself won't turn either. There's a little bit of movement on there, but not a lot. It's obviously just stiff. I'm pretty certain if we give this a bit of a heat, it'll free up. see what's going to happen here now. It's got looser. It's not quite loose yet, but it has got looser. A little bit more heat, hopefully. I mean, don't forget, there is always the chance that it seized up while it ran last. The last time it ran, it might have just seized up because it might have been too lean. There could be a bearing gone. There could be anything. But we don't know that yet, though, do we? So what we need to do is find out. Let's see, it's probably quite warm now, so let's see what's going to happen now. The oil in there is, yeah, it's going slowly. Let's get a screwdriver. I could even get a pair of pliers perhaps. Screwdriver, a pair of needle nose pliers. Let's try a screwdriver, see if we can get that to go around. No. We might have to let it soak a little bit longer. If needs be, I can just take it apart. But the aim of the game is to get it to free up without having to take her apart. Bear with me, I'm going to keep doing the heat, keep trying to rock the engine a little bit, trying to get it to free up, and then we'll go from there. Right, I've got it to a stage now, just a lot of heat in there now with that heat gun, and the oil in there is so slowly working away at it. I've got it to a stage now where I can get it to move. I can get it to move that way. Really, I don't want it to go that way, I want it to go the other way, but I can get it to move. So let's tip it up that way. I want it to go. There we go. She's going now. She's going. That's it. I keep going that way. And then we'll go that way. She's getting looser. And we'll go that way. And then we go that way. Yeah, she's getting there. She's getting there. Going to do a whole turn. There we go. We're going for a whole turn. Put a little bit of rag there so I don't scratch that exhaust up too much. There we go. That's a whole revolution now. She's gone over a whole turn. Is the pull start going to be able to do it now? Really stiff, man. But we'll get her. There's probably a lot of nitro in the bottom of the crank. Probably a lot of things like that going on. the piston, it is moving, so it is actually attached. I was a little bit concerned well, I wasn't concerned, but I was mindful that it might not be even attached, but it is. And it is going up and down. There we go. There we go. Starting to free up now. Nice. That's really good. That's really nice. Now I'll just get some of this after run oil. Put a little drip of that down there. Let that soak in for a minute and give it a little bit of a there we go. Oh, it's lovely now. Nice and free. It is still a bit stiff, but don't forget the pull sight itself might be causing a bit of a jam. That's lovely. Really happy with that. So, next thing, have a little sip of coffee. Yeah, they always get cold, man. I always come out here and do things like this. And put my coffee to the side and it always goes cold. Anyway, so we might have... No, we haven't, have we? There's the battery. So we've got no battery. We'll have a look at the receiver side of everything later on. I like seeing if she'll run first. So there is a lot of dirt in that tank, but that's alright, we can deal with that. Got a little bit of 20% here. I'll stick some of that in. Oh, that smells nice. That comes out of that tank. Old. Right, let's see. Very, very short line on here. Some people like to run short lines. I like to run a bit of a longer line. The theory behind running the longer line is if you turn it upside down, you'll have more fuel in the line so you can get to it before it conks out. Because these ones don't have a clunk in the tanks. Some tanks, they've got the line, the fuel pipe goes inside the tank, and on the end of it you'll have like a little filter thing. It's heavy. It's called a clunk. And you'll get them in a lot of things, a lot of engines, a lot of tanks and things, you know, strimmers, lawn mowers, anything like that that the engine can turn either way. The idea of that is because it's heavy, when you turn, when it goes upside down, the pickup, yeah, the pickup, which is the clunk, is just what picks up the fuel. It goes to the bottom of the tank, which could possibly be the top because it's turned upside down. So it's still sucking in fuel, so it shouldn't conk out. But on these ones, the pickup is only at the bottom and it's stuck there. It's not. It doesn't move. So a little short line, you could run out of nitro before you've gotten to it. But that's all right. So let's get. I need a little. Where have I got a little tub somewhere? I won't get a little tub, I'll just squirt it on this. Let's see if we've got any jelly. So I'll take that one off of there. I'll take that one off of there. And we should hopefully see a nice flow of nitro. And it might even get a little glob of jelly come out. You can see that there. There we go. So now we know that's all fresh nitro going to be coming from the tank up to the carb. But is she going to prime? Should do, as long as we haven't got blockage. So I've opened up the throttle, I'm blowing it. Oh yeah, she primed. Alright, I'll close that. Throttle is now closed. Let's check our glow plug. We'll get this one. Does this glow plug work? Yep, glow plug works lovely. Probably can't see that, but it glows and it works well. So So that's... Oops. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? One thing I have noticed is there isn't any copper washer. So we've got no copper washer with this. Where's that rag gone? Got no copper washer on it. It needs a copper washer to seal. Because this is not a turbo plug. It's your ordinary... What's it? The ordinary plug. Get some of the dirt away from there. Might knock a bit in there with any luck. I don't know if I've got any copper washers. I did see a couple in this drawer the other day. It'll be alright without it for now. I'll get a copper washer when we run it. When we go and give this a test run, if all is good and it all seems to work alright, when we go and give this a test run, I'll stick a copper washer on it, and it'll be alright. It'll be fine. That engine's still roasting hot. It's got reasonable compression. Well, here we go, you lot. What do you think? Is she going to run? We'll find out. Opened up the throttle with my thumb by mistake. Bloody Jesus. Might not have a good supply of nitro. It sounded good though. It sounded good, didn't it? That ran lovely. Conked out. I was going to give it a rev then. Oh man, that is brilliant. That runs really, really well. Yeah, it's a little bit sporadic, a little bit up and down, but you've got to remember, it's been stuck in a shed for years. It was it seized? Was it just jammed? I don't know, because there is a difference. But it ran really well. I think the next thing to do, well, I would like that tick over to go a little bit lower, but take that screw out. Oh, it does go lower now. Oh, there we go. You always find that people seem to have, it makes you wonder how they were run previously, because, you know, people have things set up in weird ways sometimes. Yeah, so that's really, really good. That's nice and low there. Yeah, let's see if it will start up and run again. It is going to be sporadic, it is going to be up and down. There's a good chance that perhaps one of the bottom end seals isn't quite sealing on the main bearings, but we won't know until we run it, and that's just the way it goes. So yeah, let's have a look at the receiver side. Well, actually, let's have a look inside this little pack of stuff. I got so excited about the engine itself, the whole buggy. This is a Thundertiger EB4, by the way, in case you didn't realise. And well, I might have put it in the title. I don't know what I'm going to call this video yet, but it, you know, it's a really nice little buggy, and I like these because everything's chunky. You know, everything's proper old school. So I'm a real big fan of these. Anything Thundertiger is always pretty cool, you know. That's a nice wing there. That goes down on there like that. I'll stick these R clips through there. Take that off. That's it. These little plastic things go like that. I hadn't realised they were on there. I wondered why it weren't going all the way down. That's why. Yeah, there we go. Huh. That is a tight fit. That is a very tight fit. There we go. There's one. And there's the other. I'm going to put this other one on, and then we will have a quick look if I can find how many batteries does this take. Right, so that's got 8 batteries there. We will have a quick look to see if the servos and all the radio gear work, and then pretty much all we've got to do is we've got to get a new foam for the air filter, and we're going to give it a run. Right, let's nick the batteries out of this Fly Sky. Hopefully, I was going to look in that bag of stuff, wouldn't we? Hopefully this radio gear works, because I'd love to just be able to just use it with what I've got on it. That would be awesome. You know, proper sort of keep it old school sort of thing. If I decide to keep it, I'll flick it over to Fly Sky and just for convenience, you know. But if not, right. So that one goes like that. Who likes Thundertiger? Who likes EB4s? Put in the comments if you like them. I think they're brilliant. Proper rugged little buggies, man. There we go. Obviously that's broken. Now will it turn? Ah, yes, it turns on. That's good. Let's get the aerial out. Little bit of a tip. Oh, it's got the brown ribbon on it. Look. Little bit of a tip for you lot. If you've got an old school 27 megahertz or 40 megahertz or just an analog transmitter, analog radio gear. Oh, hello. Hold on, hang on, minion just turned up. Right, as I was saying, yeah, if you've got an analog transmitter, never ever use it or turn it on or use it with the aerial down. Yeah, never do that, because these transmit a signal to the receiver, obviously, and if the aerial is down, it's going to be, some of that signal is going to be going back into the transmitter, and it will cause a bit of damage. So you must always have the aerial up. Right. Kids keep going in and out and asking for stuff. Anyway, as I was saying, so transmitter's got batteries in it, and that turns on. Got a bit of tape around this plug. Does that matter? Oh, it's because it's broken. The plug's, I don't know if you can see that or not. The plug's a bit broken, but it'll probably be alright for testing. So we'll plug this battery in that way round. Right, there it is. The battery's in. So I'll turn that round so that you lot can see a bit better, because all you can see is the back. There we go, now you can see the front. Happy days. Transmitter is on. You can see the lights. Switch. Oh yes. Throttle, brakes. Yeah, throttle. Yeah, we get full throttle, but it doesn't return back to normal. Now it does. Kind of. I can do a little bit of adjustment on that linkage, no problem at all. So I'll put that back to 0, and we'll just adjust the linkages so that that goes back to actual tick over on the throttle there. But it works. Now if I can get a new horn, I might even have a new horn actually. What we got here, this little drawer is basically just all plastic parts. You've got horns, you've got suspension spacers, gearbox covers. And there it is. There's a horn, plastic one. I thought I had some metal ones somewhere. Oh, there's some metal ones. Oh no, they're plastic. We'll try this one. Let's try this one. What's happened here? Knocked everything. So let's take, so is that set to 0? Yep, that steering is set to in the middle, which is 0. We'll take that off. We need that. So let's just make sure the horn fits first. Seems alright to me. Let's take that off. Gonna need a set of pliers. Bear with me. Just needed to go and fanny around and got to take the ball off of the steering, and we can undo the L and get that. Now the question is, no, there's no question. That'd be fine. I was going to say the question is, will that fit on there? But it will fit. Of course it will fit. You know it will fit. That can go on there like that. We'll put it in the end one. That'll be fine. That'll be alright like that, won't it? Hold that like that. Do that like that. Lovely jubbly. All we got to do, like that. We might have to adjust it a little bit. It might not be quite central, but we can do all that later on. Now we've got a new horn on there. We should have steering now. There we go. So we've got good servos. We've got good steering, we've got good receiver, good transmitter, all that's good. That horn can go in the bin. Happy days. Oh, this is turning out lovely, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. Right. I'll put these tools back away. Got too many tools out and about. Right, all I've got to do is sort out an air filter, and then we can go and give this a test run. Will that battery fit under there? I can just cable tie that battery under there to that so it won't fall off. I'll just cable tie the plug on, and that's it. That's lovely. Absolutely brilliant. So there we go. A Thundertiger EB4. Proper old school buggy. Really good buggy. Oh, we don't know if the diffs and that are any good, but I mean, I'm assuming they are. They seem to. Ooh. The bearing on that wheel's had it. That needs a new bearing. We can sort that out later on. We'll give it a run first. Make sure that's the only thing that needs to be done. But yeah, what a lovely buggy. Engine is brilliant. Even though it was a little bit jammed, it's not jammed anymore. We've got good servos. Oh, let's just quickly adjust the linkages, because look, as you can see, we're on tick over there. We're in the neutral position. But the throttle, that's tick over, but that's on full brakes. So all we've got to do is just adjust that linkage a little bit, and then we should return straight back to tick over after we go full throttle. See, I wonder why it wasn't like that. See, there's things like that that make you wonder, you know, how did the previous person have it set? Why was it set up like that, you know? Or has someone fiddled with it in the meantime? You just don't know, do you? So, we need a little Allen key. Right, that little one there, undo that. So now we want it to return back to tick over, don't we? So, it's got to be, well, it's not that one we need to fiddle with, is it? No, it's not, it's this one. Nearly there. That's pretty much there now, I'd say. Full throttle, yep. We're still getting full throttle. I might be able to do a little bit more. Yep. Don't know whether you can see or not, to be honest, whether it's close enough for you. But we're getting full throttle. It's going back to tick over. Oh, not quite, not quite. So let's put a little bit more tension on that spring. Full throttle, tick over. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Full throttle, tick over. Full throttle, tick over. Full throttle, tick over. I don't know whether you can see in there or not, to be honest. It looks like you can from where I'm looking. The brakes sit in the nitro tank, which it shouldn't really be doing, but well, I'll probably adjust that a little bit if I felt like it. It looks like it's a little bit bent, really, to be honest. We might be able to adjust that ever so slightly. If I can get that to go around there, like that. Interesting. There you go. It's not eating quite so bad now. It's still touching it, and we've still got brakes. In fact, if I wanted the brakes to be any better than that, all I gotta do is undo this one, move that way a little bit, and do it back up again. Alright. There we go. Lovely brakes now. Throttle's not eating the tank quite so bad. We're still getting full. Happy days. Steering, throttle, and brakes. There we go. And the failsafe. The failsafe, for those of you wondering, is already set up. So the person who had this set the failsafe up properly. So as you can see there, we're on tick over. We're not on brakes. If we turn the transmitter off, it goes to brake. So whoever had this had it set up properly. Nice. That's one lovely Thundertiger EB4. Let's have a, before I pack this up, let's have a little look in this bag of stuff that came with it, because I was so eager to look at the buggy I forgot all about the bag of stuff. So this little bag of stuff came with it. Look, we got a charger, and we got an Allen key as well that come with it. We've got a glow starter. I love these glow starters. I've got loads of them. I've recently just threw loads of them away because they were no good. The batteries had it. But this one looks quite a new one, so we'll just add it to the collection. What else have we got? We got the old battery thing. Nobody likes them. They're not good. Not any good for anything. Some stickers. S2 EB4. Nice. An instruction manual for the Jaguar transmitter. If we ever needed that. Nice bit of instruction manual. we got here Thundertiger Pro 21BXRP engine instructions. So this is the instructions for that engine. Looks like we got the instructions, a blown up diagram for the carburetor. If you're interested in that, there's a blown up diagram for the carburetor. Loads of writing, tells you what to do, blah blah blah. The mixture metering value is located inside the left side of the carburetor. Loads of interesting things there. And we've also got an exploded diagram for the engine itself. Look, tells you everything, all the part numbers. Has it got part numbers? It has got part numbers. There's all the part numbers, probably out of focus for you. Tells you everything you might need. Is there a date on this though? Is there a date? No date. Never operate your engine at high RPM without a load. That is, with the wheels off the ground. Otherwise, your engine may be damaged in a few seconds. Look at that. Never operate your engine without a load. That is, with your engine off the ground, with wheels off the ground, it may be damaged in a few seconds. Do not open the throttle beyond the setting position described above before starting. It can develop enough power to injure people seriously and do substantial property damage. Tells you how to tune. We strongly recommend a fuel containing 20% of castor oil. I'd like to have known what date this is, but yeah, there's no date on there. I like to try and date things if I can. So we've got another Thundertiger manual here. Parts catalogue for EB4 S2 Pro SC car. So this is an EB4 S2 Pro apparently. Any Thundertiger fans out there, any Thundertiger geeks, you know, is what I've got a Pro for a start. And what is the difference? 1.8 4-wheel drive off-road Pro version competition buggy. So apparently that what I've got there is the Pro competition one, according to this paperwork that came with it. There we go. That's all the parts. More exploded diagrams, loads of diagrams. It's obviously a build sheet. Look, this is well, it's a parts catalogue, isn't it? It tells you all the bits you need. I'm really hoping for a date on the bottom of some of this somewhere. EB4 S2 Pro. No, there is no date anywhere. And another bit here. What is this one? Instruction manual and warranty. So we've got instruction manual and warranty here. Come on, give me a date. Taiwan. If you have trouble starting or keeping your EB4 S2 Pro running, here's a quick checklist of what to look for. First, out of fuel, glow plug, contaminated fuel, glow ignition. Bloody hell. This is a very useful piece of booklet here if you needed to know anything interesting. But there's no bloody date on it. Really hoping for a date. Anyway, in the rest of the bag we've got some Allen keys, yeah, a little spanner for turnbuckles and stuff, a sticker and a screw. So there we go. Thundertiger EB4 S2 Pro. Wonderful little buggy. Runs like a dream considering the condition and the circumstances of which, you know, it became of me. Sitting in someone's shed or wherever it was for years, clearly for quite a long time. The engine was stuck or seized or jammed, whatever you would determine it was. I'm saying that it was just a bit stuck because of nitro that was left in there. It becomes very sticky when it gets jelly, that nitro fuel. You know, that's why you're supposed to put after run oil in it and all that kind of stuff when you leave them. A lot of people don't, and including me, I don't either. But when they sit for a long time, might be a bit of moisture or something like that in the engine. But anyway, what an absolute perfect little buggy. So the next time you see this buggy, we'll be out in a car park somewhere, giving it a little bit of a blast, and we're going to go and see if it's actually any good. And I've noticed, the only thing I've noticed wrong with it so far is a bearing on the back. So a wheel bearing on the back, but we'll be able to run it like that. And if that's the only thing that needs to be done, I'll change that, give it a good old clean up, and there we go. A perfect little EB4 S2 Pro. Thanks for watching, you lot. I'll catch you lot on the next one. Love life. Cheerio.